very long time later.
Hello guys and welcome back. If it feels like I haven't been posting for years, it's because, well, yeah, I haven't really been posting anything for, I think, over half a year now. And the reason for that is because I've really struggled to find a fabrication shop that could make the rear end of my bike. I've made all the CAD models. I've sent the CAD models out to a number of companies, and they all said they can't, or they said it's too small of a job for them and it would probably cost too much if they tried to do it because it's a one-off. So I've really been struggling. I don't have the skills or the tools to fabricate anything, but I thought I'll try and give it a go. So for the past 6 months I've been purchasing some tools and all the metalwork I need. So I got that Evolution chop saw / table saw / many other things, and I've used that to cut the tubing that I need for the rear hoop. So what I did, I ordered the bent bit off of the internet, and then I went out and bought some steel pipes. I cut them to size, made kind of a wooden jig for it, so it's now kind of ready to weld, but I don't know how to weld. I've never welded in my life, but I decided I'll give it a go. So here's my brand new welder. It's a Wolf MIG 140T. It does gas and gasless, or gas and flux cord. I've been practicing a bit with the flux cord because I just didn't want to waste all the gas until I learn how to weld. So this came in a box and I had to assemble it, which I follow the instructions in the manual. It kind of comes together with a few niggles, but one thing I wanted to mention is that it doesn't have a socket head. So I had one lying around. I believe the recommendation is to use a 3-phase socket, but I had this. Seems to work for what I need, and I've just been practicing on some random pieces of metal I had lying around. And here is my first ever weld. It's not nice, it's not tidy, but I managed to glue 2 pieces of metal together. I'm not really comfortable doing this to my frame. I might just tack weld it and then take it to somewhere where they can do a proper weld, or I might just practice a bit more until I get the hang of it. But I don't know how strong it is, so I'm just gonna try and break it now. Now here's the same weld after a bit of cleaning. Obviously I missed a spot there, but overall still pretty bad. But at least there's no holes, nothing blown through. So I think what I'm gonna do next is just cut it to see if it had any penetration. And here are the cut pipes. That's the inside of the weld. I don't actually know if that's good or bad. I assume it's bad because
It doesn't seem to have penetrated all the way through, but on the outside it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, let me know if this is a good weld, a bad weld, or a decent weld that might be able to hold my bike together. And that's the spot I missed. So you can see this half maybe seems to be a bit better. That's that hole there, which I mentioned earlier. If this was on my bike, then I would probably weld over it again. But I think as a first attempt, I think it went okay. I did struggle a lot. I don't know how to hold the gun. I don't know what speed on the wire feed I should have. I don't know what voltage I should have. I've just been trying everything on this one particular weld. So I'll keep on trying, and hopefully next time it will look a bit better. And this is weld number 3. It's a few days after I did my second weld, and it's in places it's better, in other places it's worse. I tried amping up the amperage and I ended up blowing a hole. Tried it again, it still continued with the hole, so I decided to reduce the amperage. The actual pipe I'm using for the bike is a bit thicker, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think I've got the settings quite right, but it seems to be strong enough, and I'll just grind it down, and it shouldn't look too bad. But you know, that's what you get as a beginner. You know, third weld. I think I'm pretty pleased. So I've got the frame in this jig I made up. I did clean up all the edges, and I'm gonna tack weld it in place, and then hopefully have a nice clean weld all the way around. Brief status update. I've started welding the frame of the bike. This is now my 4th weld, I believe. It's all right. It's welded all the way through. It's not a nice clean weld, but and there's a bit of spatter as well, but I think it will be strong enough. What I'll do next is grind it down, weld the other part, which I've tack welded already, and then tried it on the bike. So I've completed welding and cleaning up the welds on the hoop, or the rear hoop of the bike. I've also tack welded a brace in front so it doesn't twist too much when I try and fit it, and I've started cutting it so that it fits over the frame. And also on the frame there was rust here with some holes, and I patched that one up. I made a bit of a mistake there. I don't know why it blew through when I was welding. I think the metal there was quite thin after grinding it down and cleaning it, and I've still got one last piece to weld here on the back because there's a few holes there as well. So I'll be welding that patch, and after that the frame is pretty much done. All I need to do is weld the hoop back onto here, and then some cross braces, and I'll probably be doing that I don't know, maybe in the next video.